Hello, boys and girls. This is our second read of At Home in the Ocean, and it's in our Grade 1, Unit 3, Journeys student text. And we're going to go over some of the words that are in the story, and then we are going to read it together. So let's first look at the story words. This word says biggest. Remember that the blue whale was the biggest animal? That means he was the largest. Feet. Feet is like a measurement. Like remember the kelp? It would grow 2 feet in one day. And if maybe your dad's foot is 1 foot and then maybe two of his feet, if you put them um, one on top of the other, that would be 2 feet. And that kelp can grow 2 feet in one day. This one says grow. The kelp can grow 2 feet in one day. That means it can become bigger. It can change to being bigger. It can grow. Okay, here's another one. It says manatees. And those were those odd-looking animals that were super slow. And they live in warm waters of the ocean, closer to the land. Manatees. This is a tough word. It says ocean. You don't expect that C and that E to make the sh sound, but it does. Ocean. And ocean's a large body of salt water. If you taste it, it tastes salty. Ocean. That's where all these animals live, in the ocean. This one says penguins. Penguins are like seabirds. They can't fly, but they sure can swim fast with their wings. And remember, they're the ones that have black and white feathers? Those are penguins. So manatees, ocean, penguins. Here's some more words for our story that you need to learn by the end of the week. Sea otters. And those are those animals that are furry and they have webbed feet and they love to eat crabs. Oh, how they love to eat crabs. They're sea otters. They live in those kelp forests. This word says, excuse me, turtle. I wish it would have said sea turtle. It's a sea turtle is an animal that lives, he can live both in the sea and on land. When it goes to lay its eggs, it definitely goes to the land. Whoa. Okay, this one says whales, like blue whales. Whales are really large animals. They're actually not fish because they have to come up and breathe. There are large animals that live in the ocean. Whales. So sea otters, turtle, whales. And finally we have the word warm. Sort of warm sort of means like hot, but not like boiling hot. So that says warm. Okay, in addition to that, we also have our 6 sight words that we're responsible for learning by Friday. This one says there, like they drove their car to the grocery store. There. Here's a color word. Blue, like a blue whale. Let me see. Little, like little fish. Cold. So some sea animals live where it is cold in the ocean. This word says live. Some live in the ocean. This one says far. Maybe the ocean is far away from where you live. It is. You have to actually drive a couple hours to get to one. Okay, actually, boys and girls, with Unit 3, we have 8 words. Here's the 7th one. Water. Oceans are full of salty water. And finally, the word where. Oceans are where whales and dolphins and sea otters live and fish and a lot of other plants and animals. Okay, boys and girls, let's see how many of these you can read. And then we're going to read them together in our story. Can you read this one? live, cold, little, where, water, far, there, blue. You're going to have to really study those to make 100% on your test. Okay, and let's read these one last time. Sea otters, manatees, manatees, biggest, warm, turtle, ocean, feet, whales, penguins, grow, grow. Okay. All right, boys and girls, let's go ahead and read. I invite you to track the words with me, and we will read at the same time. Remember, you can't learn to read if you don't practice. So let's practice together. Are you ready? Begin. At home in the ocean. Did you remember that said ocean? The ocean is big. It is big and blue as far as you can see. It is home to many plants and animals. Is that glaring? Let's try it this way. The biggest animals in the ocean are blue whales. They eat little animals called krill. And the labels say, well, let's read this one first. Blue whale, krill. Okay, is that better if I tip it like this? Many animals live in cold water. Brr. Penguins swim fast. They flap their wings to zip, zip, zip in the water. And here it says penguins. That's that tough word for that odd-looking sea animal. It says manatees. Okay, let's read it. Manatees live where the water is warm. They do not swim fast. Manatees eat lots and lots of plants. Then they rest. Manatees. This turtle swims far. It digs in the sand and lays its eggs. Then it swims back to its ocean home. And what does this one say? Turtle. And this one says eggs. Let's read these first. Kelp, sea otter. Kelp is the biggest plant in the ocean. It can grow fast. Kelp can grow 2 feet in a day. Sea otters can get lots of food here. Okay, are you tracking? Trying to read so you can get your practice in? Lots of plants and animals, big and little, live in the ocean. The ocean is their home. Okay, boys and girls, thank you for your attention and thank you for reading. It's not easy, but you did a good job. Toodaloo.